see your head bobbing. We're gonna talk about this later because I know it's some flips to that. You gonna say we back? You want me to say we back? Oh no, it's just a loop.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just making sure.
You waiting for the worst?
I know. I was waiting for the worst to get us up.
Just a little instrumental.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the second half of the No Holds Bar crew.
Hey.
Hope you enjoyed the first half, but that was a very good, interesting topic that I wanted to discuss. So, this one, I want to just go ahead and finish off the rest of the topics. So, we have Kanye West. He's going on with a whole bunch of rants and stuff. This time, he's doing something completely different. He's going towards more of the music industry and how publishing is...
What you want warming up? Oh.
Publishing is like getting very important, and how some of these artists out here, they don't own their publishing or their masters. And so from him, he's the people that's on good music.
Yeah.
He's giving back 50%.
His 50%
his
stake
share
in their masters, and he gonna pay them all the money he made off of their masters.
And remind you, that's like millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, and it's
that he can own from the masters that he's giving back.
So I got a question. So as I guess I don't call it like as a business owner or whatever.
Yeah.
In the business realm, how do you make money off your artists now?
Well, you want to go ahead?
So, all right. All the people who have in the music game, you know, like just name an artist and they probably have a record label imprint.
Mm-hmm.
You got the big majors, the Universal, Atlantic, Sony, Interscope, Def Jam,
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller subsidiary.
But that's
those are the parent companies.
Mm-hmm.
In those parent companies, you sign headline artists. Yo Jeezys, Ludacris, whoever. And they all have imprint labels. So Disturbing the Peace is an imprint of Def Jam. Rockefeller Records was an imprint of Def Jam. And then when he signed with Live Nation, it became Rock Nation. Young Money and Cash Money Records are both imprints of Universal.
TDE,
so
even though they separated now.
Yeah. So all that shit is just a mini label that paid a big label. The money comes in the ownership of the publishing and masters. A master is the master recording of any song. Yeah. The perfect version. Any interpolation, sample, snippet, any of that shit, it all comes from the master. And you have to pay to use it. Publishing is your writing. What you write on the song. If I write 100% of a song, that's 100% publishing. If you write a verse on a song and it's 3 verses, I got 66, you got 33. Well, 66 and 2/3, you got 33 and 1/3. If he join in, now you get 25, you get 25, I get 50. You know, that's how it all breaks down. The way that you make money, record labels oftentimes own that publishing. If not outright, a percentage of it. When you start hearing about 360 deals, record labels take a portion of all the money you get from album sales, from publishing, licensing of your master recording, and touring.
Which will be about 35%.
360, because a circle all the way around, they take money from everything that you do. That's a 360 deal. What Kanye West is talking about, when he came out with Good Music, that's an imprint label of Def Jam. Def Jam being the parent label. Good Music, he signed artists to there. So when you sign an artist to your imprint label, at least what we've seen with Kanye is, Kanye, since I brought Def Jam these artists, I get 50% ownership of their masters, and y'all get 50% ownership of their masters. Y'all giving me the power to sign them, but because I signed them, that 50%, that's my finder's fee. So if Big Sean, who signed a Good Music, generate $20 million in a year, Kanye made 10, and the record label made 10, and they decide how they divvy up that profit to pay to the artists.
Okay,
that's how the money thing go. What Kanye talking about is
he giving them their masters. So
not only giving them half ownership of their masters because he have ownership all the masters for all the records that they put out. He also gonna give them back all the revenue generated that came to him for owning 50% of their masters, which is unheard of.
With that being said, what money is he making now?
From doing that,
well,
nothing,
Kanye,
really.
Yeah, Kanye would lose money by doing that, but the reason that he's in a position to do that is he makes the majority of his money from his fashion label.
I get, but I'm saying as a businessman, I sign you to my label, and I tell you to keep your masters and publishing. Then what money am I making?
You're not going to
none,
make money.
And that's what he's saying. Yeah. He's saying like he went on this big rant over these last couple.
So that's
weeks.
A bad move business wise.
Bad move business wise. Good move business wise for artists who don't know any better. Poor kid. I've been living in the ghetto my whole life.
It's good for the artists because they getting their money.
Yeah, and that's what he promoting.
But as a business, I'm here to make money
for sure.
But I'm also gonna make sure you make money too as an artist. But I need to make money too. And if I'm giving you all the money, I'm not making shit
at the same time. Like
at this point, I might as well just be a what do you call it? A person that finds you and like. Like I find like, hey,
or get a manager and get like
I find no ID like,
10%.
Hey, you're a good artist. Instead of signing you to my label, I'm gonna go ahead and pass you up to somebody else.
It's bad business for Kanye, but he doing that to show.
He's trying to get more Princes and Michael Jackson, like niggas owning their own shit.
Yeah, he trying to promote ownership among black artists. One and two, he also doing this to highlight how horrible the industry really is, and how these artists are in a position where they feel like the only way they can feed their family is to sign these contracts where they don't own none of their shit.
But you just throw a shit ton of money at them, like right at the gate.
Yeah, here go your advance $300,000. That's a recoupable advance because everything that you go on to sell from that point on, if I give you a $300,000 advance and you do some touring and your touring totals up to $300,000, all that shit going to me. You might as well not count that. All that tour money, my money now.
Right.
I don't give a fuck how many early mornings, how many rehearsals you have to do. That's my money. What Kanye is trying to highlight is how fucked up that this is the game that the music labels are playing.
Been playing.
And he want to be the example. Like, listen, I'm y'all boss. Let me be the first one. Here go all y'all masters. Here go all the money I made off y'all masters. It ain't gonna hurt me none because I make way more money doing fashion than I ever did doing music and my other ventures that I got going on. I own this much land in Wyoming. That's farmable. We can build on it. That generate revenue. I got my Yeezy brand and Kanye own like 80% of Yeezy or something like that.
Yeah, but I think he's trying to get into the boards because there is
of Adidas. He's trying to get on
and Gap because he's just signed a contract for $10 million for Gap.
Yeah,
so he's doing Yeezy Gap. And he's trying to get on the board. So now he's trying to be
more at the
same
time
level.
At the same time that he doing this for his artists, he also fighting to get his own masters for 6 of his albums.
Right.
When he signed to Jay-Z under Rockefeller Records, an imprint of Def Jam, 6 of his masters, Jay-Z on half, and Def Jam on half. But in order for Jay-Z to get his masters back, he had to sell his stake in Kanye masters. And that's what he did. So he could get his own. And even in that, he went on to say that Jay-Z won't even get his own masters for another 10 years. Or 2 years out of a 10-year deal. They was like, listen, Jay, you want your masters back? Cool. Sell us what you got in Kanye's catalog. And after 10 years of you leaving Def Jam, we'll give you your masters. All right, cool. And everybody went and tore that shit up and tried to say, well, Jay-Z wild as fuck for what he did. Kanye knew that. Kanye knew what the business proposal was for Jay. And looking out for Jay, he said, do what you got to do. And he was like, don't get distracted by this. Jay's still my brother. He's still fighting to get his own masters. And he is. That was a big-ass thing. That's why Jay did what he did with with Rockefeller. Dame Dash, Biggs, and Jay. Those 3 people started Rockefeller Records. So, Dame Dash and Biggs both own some of Jay-Z masters. Jay owns some, and Def Jam owned the rest. Jay said, look, if y'all give me what y'all own in my masters, we'll turn down the Def Jam deal. I won't be president of Def Jam and all that shit. And they was like, no, we're not giving you your masters. So Jay said, fuck it. I'm going to become the president of Def Jam. By doing that, Def Jam forced Dame Dash and Big's hand, and they had to submit their ownership in Jay-Z masters to Def Jam. Then Jay-Z went on to sign a deal with Roc Nation, but before he left, he sold his stake in Kanye's masters in order to secure 100% of his own masters after 10 years of him leaving Def Jam. He got 2 years left, and that's 10 years that he been out of his Def Jam contract, and he'll own his own masters. Kanye right now is in the middle of a fight to not only get his own masters, but also to give his ownership of his artist masters back to them and help them get their masters from the parent label. That's the whole narrative that's going on, and I would say, shout out to the Joe Budden podcast. Joe Budden kind of kicked this whole thing off when he exposed Spotify. He been on several podcasts. He been saying, "What's a stream worth?
Yeah.
Like when you stream music, when you stream a video, what's a stream worth?" And the music labels decided what a stream is worth.
Which is pennies.
Pennies on it is half a penny, 0.4 cent on the dollar. That's what the artists get paid for a stream. That's what they decided. And
so you
it's
get
bad.
Like 100,000 to 1,000,000 streams to actually see like
even a billion just to get
to see like actual physical money.
You gotta have like billions.
And as mad as we want to be at the DSPs, remember the music labels take 70% of all the money that Apple Music, Spotify, not Tidal because of how Tidal got that shit set up, but any place where you, Pandora, all that shit, any app that you got that play music, the major labels are taking 70% of all the money that they generate. So that's why the DSPs pay so little to the artists for their music, because they getting robbed for 70% of it. They getting fucked. It's a big game of fuckery, and the people who profit the most is the major labels, like it's always been. Universal been winning. Sony been winning. Sony Music, Atlantic Records, they all been winning. And what these people are doing now, your Kanye's, your Jay-Z's, and everybody else, Joe Buttons, and all the other people who making all this chatter right now, they disrupting the game.
Well, what about those independent artists?
Now, I'll go ahead if you don't mind. Now, with that one, it's even better because when you become an independent artist, you're still creating the music and everything else, but
you get to do shit on your own time frame.
Like you retain the ownership and the publishing.
Like Tory Lanez.
So are you signed to a major company?
No. If you create a label and it's yours and it's independent, everything that you do on that label, that is yours.
Tech Nine, Strange Music, that's his label. He don't answer to a parent label, Strange Music.
So why don't artists just try to be independent?
Here's the deal. So if you sign to a major label,
you see all the money up front. You see everything.
You see your money up front. So Kanye, when he went to record,
and you get marketing and advertising out the gate too.
Yeah, this was in Kanye's contract when he made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. When he recorded that, and when he recorded Watch the Throne with Jay-Z, they gave Kanye a budget for just My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy of $6 million. $3 million for Kanye, $3 million to actually produce the album. And then they paid for his hotel. They paid for all his a la carte meals, all that shit. The label took care of all of that. A luxury you not awarded if you an independent artist.
Independent, you coming out
the Mike Will. You heard of Mike Will? The DJ.
Yeah. Mike Will.
He's a music producer. Mike Will might charge $500,000 to mix an album. If you're an independent artist, yeah, you're going to make some money once your album done and you sell it. But until you get to that point, and you can generate some revenue, unless you got an outside business, you can't afford Mike Will. But the music label can. Mike Will got a deal. Like producers got deals too. Mike Will might be your label mate. You sign to Atlantic, Mike Will sign to Atlantic. All right, cool. I need Mike Will to mix my album. That's the only person I want. Cool. Mike, write us an invoice. We'll pay you that. You do his album. You don't have that same luxury. Mike will say, listen,
you don't have the resources as an
yeah.
independent artist, pretty much.
And some people it work out good for. Tech Nine sold 1 million records independent.
Right.
He was able to turn down an $80 million deal to get signed to a label, to let you know how much money he making as an independent artist. Chance the Rapper. When he released the coloring book, he was an independent artist. The reason that Apple got it, Apple paid him somewhere in the tune of $500,000 to $1 million to have his mixtape on their Apple Music.
So do they own it at that point?
No.
So they pay him, and he keeps he generates all the revenue from it, all the plays, the streams.
For the coloring book, I think the way that it works out with that is he gets a percentage and Apple gets a percentage. But as far as like him owning that music, all the royalties, if you don't want no problem show up in the movie, he get paid for that. The only cut Apple getting is the cut from streaming off of Apple Music.
Right.
If you listen to the coloring book on another DSP, just because it's on Spotify, Spotify might get a percentage, but most of that money going to Chance.
Okay.
But the perks of being an independent artist is the freedom. Like how most people be like, damn, how you just seen a lot of artists complain about not being able to put music out around certain times because labels won't let them and shit like that. Like,
yeah, we watched it with Wayne.
I remember J. Cole just said I tried something Hov wouldn't something, so I leaked the damn tape.
Yeah. Like Tory Lanez just became an independent artist. He just got from under his contract.
Because he did a 5-album deal with Columbia.
Yeah,
and
so
that's why
one of them. So
like some of them was mixtapes.
So that's why the first album he dropped
as albums.
The first project he dropped was the
I want to say
3.
I want to say Tupac tried that too. He put out a double disc and he tried to say that was 2 albums, and they were trying to say it was 1.
Yeah, so it's like I could drop like 3 albums. Like if I'm independent, I could drop 3 albums same year, whenever I wanted to. Like it just put all them shits out and just like get music distributors to just like put my shit on like pay a little money to get my shit on like all the streaming shit. And just like United Masters and all that different type of shit for artists to like I can put my shit out and collect the revenue myself.
This is what Master P did. That's why his deal was so crazy. The no limit deal, outside of the Cash Money deal, is the most legendary deal in music because P got an 80% cut and full ownership of all of his shit. That 20% that he paid to the major label was only for distribution, to make sure that it's in Walmart, Best Buy, and any other place where you, FYE and Blockbuster and all the places that in the 90s you got your music from.
Yeah,
he paid for distribution,
and that's
what a lot of independent artists do. They have a partnership, meaning they have a distribution deal. So Universal might say, listen, you hype. We get you don't want to sign. You build a buzz. You getting 78 million views on YouTube by yourself. Let's do a partnership. Give us 40% of your total revenue, and we'll provide
distribution,
advertising, and we'll give you a budget to shoot your videos. Let's do it like that. Okay. That's
what your 40% costs you.
Yeah, that's what your 40% costs you. You have leverage when you're an independent artist. But the same, everybody ain't Chance. Everybody ain't Master P.
Right.
Everybody ain't Baby and Slim. Everybody not them.
And then,
so
and then
when
also
you
too, not to interrupt, look at Prince as well, because at that time he was like
Prince was getting fucked over.
Yeah, like he was like 16, 17, signed a deal with Warner Brothers. He only got like 500. I think it was like 500,000. It was a low amount, but he reduced and arranged the album.
His shit when he was like writing slave on his face, he changed his name and to the symbol and all that shit. Like bro, I want to break away from
artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, to the point where he created he recreated his own label, because at first he had Paisley Park and it got defunct around late 90s or so, and he started up MPG Records. Now with that, he still owned everything, and what he did was, which was smart, he created like one album deals with different labels. So one, say like for example, if you was Prince and you already got an album done and Arista wants it. You create a deal that one-time offer.
Yeah, one album deal. Give me this much money, you can have the album.
Bam. Album goes platinum.
Frank Ocean.
That's yours.
Frank Ocean just did. He came out with a record.
Talking about the visual album with Apple.
This is what he did.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Frank Ocean had an album left in his deal. I don't know who Frank Ocean was signed to.
He was originally signed to Def Jam.
Okay, he had one album left with Def Jam. He came out with a visual album that satisfied his Def Jam contract. The next day, he dropped a full-length album, Blind, I believe.
Yeah.
He dropped Blind, and Def Jam couldn't get a single dollar from it. After that, the major labels came up with a rule that you can't drop any music after a certain amount of time and start putting it in their contracts.
Yeah, because then he sell it to Apple.
Yeah, made a fuckload of money. Yeah, quickly. Apple was like, "Yeah, we'll take it."
I think it was like over like $3
some
million.
exclusive shit that the labels ain't touching first.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Now, and they don't have to deal with none of the red tape of going through the label, paying them 70%. They was like, all right, cool.
And it's get more traffic to our shit because if people feeling like one of their favorite artists, they shit can only be heard here, then that's bringing that traffic.
So whatever their deal was with Frank, they gave Frank, let's say they gave Frank $3 million for his album. Frank got $3 million in the bank, and he gonna get a percentage of all the streams that come off of Apple. Right. Versus them having to deal with the label, pay the label this, do that with the label, give him 70%, and his album gonna be on Apple Music for as long as Apple Music is Apple Music. That $3 million that they paid to Frank Ocean, which is a lot for him as an artist, they would have paid 10, 20 times that over time to the fucking label just to have it on here. And we can give it to Frank, and Frank will give us the album, then we're going to give it to Frank. Same thing with Chance and the Coloring Book. That's the leverage you got when you're an independent artist. But like I said, everybody not them. So if you broke as fuck right now, you got $20 to your name, nothing in your bank account. You got an eviction notice and a final notice, and the label say, come to my office today. Your lights finna get cut off tomorrow. Your mama sick, she need her medicine. And they say, listen, Gunna, we like your music. This is what we'll do.
We'll offer you this much money.
We'll offer you. We gonna give you $3 million to sign the contract right now.
For 5 albums.
5 albums. We're gonna sign you to a 360 deal. You do touring, any of that kind of stuff. We're gonna receive a percentage. We'll give you this much of it.
And it's like 35% for everything that you do.
Everything.
Everything.
So out of that, so now out of them 5 albums, you got your $3 million up front, and maybe at the end of everything, you might make.
You made a third of pretty much with everything you did.
Yeah. Versus that same 5 albums at $3 million a pop as a
independent.
Yeah. But you can't tell a motherfucker nothing. If I'm finna get kicked out of my house and my mama sick and my daughter ain't got no food,
who need
I'm
money
sign
right
it
now.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of artists get in it because they.
How long you gonna play
money.
that game? You know.
Like a lot of artists be talking about it like.
So what I foresee, because the same thing happened to the music bit. Remember when Napster was a thing, and everybody was in BearShare and LimeWire and all that. Remember all that shit, and then that's when you start seeing iTunes blow up, and then it was Apple Music, and then it was Spotify.
Like, let's stop being illegal with this shit. Let's do it legally.
Yeah,
and make money off of it.
Yeah. Why would you take 20 minutes to find an album link that you can download that's not going to infect my computer? Why would you do that when you could just pay $9, $10 a month and get every song that's ever been created at a touch?
Same thing with like movies.
You might as well.
All that shit, like,
we're not gonna pay the artist shit.
Niggas don't bootleg movies. I got Fire Stick, I got Netflix, I got Hulu, I got all these different streaming sites where I can see
that same $10 that you gave the DVD man. $10, you can watch every movie that's been created for $10 a month. You gonna get a DVD man more than that in a week.
You gonna get Redbox that shit.
Facts. So we seen that happen, and the record labels panicked, and then they start fucking the DSPs. So that's how they start making their money. Then they started signing niggas to 360s when everybody was talking independent and shit. So now you got one of the big, and it don't matter if you like Kanye or not. Like, personal preference don't mean shit. Kanye is one of the biggest artists in music ever. He is. And when somebody that powerful with that much influence, Kanye not only talking about, he not only put all of his contracts online and his artist contracts online, so the general public can see now, so all the artists who up and coming can see now. He not only did that, he named names. Not Lear Cohen and these other motherfuckers that rappers drop on their albums and shit. Not them motherfuckers, not the executives at the music business. The motherfuckers who own the music business. The people who own Warner. The people who own Def Jam. The people who own Universal. Kanye dropped their names too. Like, drop their names. Now the artists are aware of, when Lear Cohen come and say something to you, watch out, Lear, because you're not the boss. The boss is, John Alvarez. That's who the boss is. I don't need to talk to you. What he laying out right, even if it's selfish, even if it's to get his own masters back, the amount of information that he done provided and made public knowledge, invaluable. If you're an artist, now you know what a contract gonna look like. If they'll do that to Kanye, and Kanye selling out arenas, one of the biggest shoes, one of the biggest fashion labels to ever come out of hip hop. If they'll give him that deal, what they gonna give you? What they gonna give you? The nigga who got one hot song on the internet who went viral. What they gonna give you?
Because they might just try to.
They may just throw you a little money to fill you out because they're like, oh, you a one-hit wonder type nigga, or
like for another example, T-Pain. T-Pain stated that when he signed, he had a chance to sign to Atlantic Records for I'm Sprung because he just had the single. They was going to give him like a good $250,000. Akon told him up front, like, look, I don't have that type of money. I just got the label going. This is before Lady Gaga started popping. He's like, look, I ain't got that money like that. I can give you $20,000, but what I can guarantee you is a career. T-Pain went with Akon and created the I'm Sprung album. Well, the Rapper Turn Singer album.
That was a Rapper Turn Singer?
Yeah, I'm Sprung.
Yeah.
Because it had I'm in Love with a Stripper.
Yeah, I remember that Rapper Turn Singer.
that was a fucking
that was on it.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
That album was a fucking banger.
Because you remember the video? Pardon me. The video for
I'm Sprung?
Yeah, at the end, I'm in Love with Stripper Star playing. That was on the same album.
Yes, but that's how T-Pain got his career. But T-Pain fucked up as well is because when he started popping and he started doing all those guest features, he didn't really get paid because he was doing it as favors. Basically, he was saying like,
you my nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't
really charging you much up front type.
And that's like a thing that like a lot of artists done spoke about. Like, not the I didn't get properly compensated, but like
I'm just looking at pictures of my mans and I'm like,
sometimes like the rappers that you see together, they not
buddies.
Sometimes they're not really buddy, and then sometimes they like real friends. Like 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne and Mike Will and all them. Wayne used to go to Atlanta a whole lot, and that's how he met Chainz. And Mike Will I think Mike used to sneak Chainz, or Chainz used to sneak Mike into the strip club. Future and DJ Esco, one of Future's best friends, DJ Esco was the man in the strip clubs, and Future was an up and coming rapper. So Esco, nobody knew that they knew each other, and Esco started bringing Future music into the strip clubs. The strip clubs is what control the music scene in Atlanta. If it's popping in the strip club, the radio gotta have it.
Yep.
The clubs gotta have it then, and that's how DJ Esco got the world to listen to Future's music by playing in the strip club. So people who really friends, if Chainz called Wayne for a verse, he don't expect Wayne to show up with a contract and an invoice. Wayne just gonna come do the verse. You my nigga. And the same thing for Chainz. Like, look, let's put out Cali Grove. Let's do an album. All right, cool, bro. Fuck it. Listen, I got a studio. You got a studio. We can do some songs here. We can do some songs there. Where you at? You in Atlanta? Come through. Let's knock out 5 of them. Hey, I'll be in Miami in 2 weeks. I'll fly out. Let's do some songs. We ain't worried about that. We homies, you know.
The money is the money, and you already know.
Just like if I'm the big rapper, of course, you know, I'm gonna kick you down or whatever, some funds and shit, cause you my family. But if I ask you to get on a track or something like that, I think you wild if you came to me with an invoice. We family. And the same thing, it don't matter how big I am. If you just starting out in your rap career, you finna make a mixtape, but you got a cousin who a big poppin' ass rapper, you ain't gonna expect me to be like, hey, Guns, yeah, for sure, I can do that verse, but can you sign this invoice and shit for me? This how much I'm gonna charge. You'll look at me like, get the fuck out of here. Like, nigga, many times as we done drank together, you done passed out on my couch and, nigga, what?
Remember when you used to kick them freestyles after school? Nigga, I remember all that shit.
Right. And in T-Pain's case, he thought that a lot of the friendships, I know what the problem is. They weren't genuine friendships, and he ended up getting shorted on a lot of money.
It was diverse.
And you know, T-Pain doing the hook for his run, like that bitch was going platinum. Like anything,
platinum.
Akon too. And he had a run too. Like you go get Akon for the hook, you get Payne for the hook, you get Drake for the hook. Everybody that had that run, and think about all the money that the songs that T-Pain got on, how much money they generated, and you did a hook for a favor, and you didn't say a dime of that. That's wild. And a lot of songs, a lot of times people overlook how valuable it is, how valuable a hook is. Yeah. A lot of times the hook make the song.
Bro, sometimes the only thing that'll keep a song alive.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Duffel Bag Boy was a high song. But if it didn't have Wayne crooning over the hook, it don't hit the same. The Game song, My Life, that shit don't hit the same without Wayne. And Game was spitting, it just don't hit the same.
I swear.
Just like Nate Dogg. Like,
man,
if you wanted to hit, Nate. You gonna get Nate, and Nate Dogg was charging 100 stat at that time when people when they was able to give out that money.
So to bring that full circle, like the what we watching like play out in public right now is one of the most important things that we have seen in the music biz, right along with Michael Jackson writing a song that says Sony Kills, with Prince's entire career and all the turmoil that he went through. Like we watching history happen. Same thing with Napster. The same thing with DSPs like Spotify and all that. We watching like history happen, and Kanye at the forefront of it. Like I will be interested to see how the music business goes in the next 5 to 10 years. Because artists unrelated to Kanye, like nah, that motherfucker spitting. He's saying that shit. Big Sean related, you know, because he on his label. But he was like, hey, when you go up there to get your masters, go get mine too. Like get mine too, please bring it back to me. Wale was like, yeah, like niggas who don't even fuck with Kanye, like I think Kanye be tripping, but like he right this time. Like what he talking about right now is a fight that every single artist in the business can get behind. Motherfuckers been talking about unionizing as artists. Like we watching some big shit happen. The same thing with Joe Budden and him starting his own network. We didn't watch Joe Rogan get signed to Spotify for $100 million, and Joe Budden went into detail over several podcasts about how Spotify did him not renewing his deal. We watching history happen because he came back with his own network.
Yeah, I mean we watching. We seen a handful of people.
Yeah.
Oprah, Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I don't like the way other motherfuckers do it, so I'm gonna take the money I got and do my own shit. And
it's important. I'm appreciative to be alive in a time where it's black people, it's black really people important. Promoting black ownership, and it's not just your common motherfucker. These are black people who have been empowered by the machine, turning their back on the machine. That's big. Those are, like I said, like they crazy shit, they wild shit, they semantics, that's whatever. But when I'm raising my boys, like we gonna be able to go back and look at the shit that Kanye did, that Mike did, that Prince did, that Oprah, that Tyler Perry, all these black people who went out and they fought for their shit and they got their shit. Like that's important. You know, like this you're shitty, but watching some of these stories make it to the forefront, it has. I'm glad to be around to witness them. That's dope to me. To be able to watch some of this shit unfold where we have been historically exploited in everything that we did. And some motherfuckers who, despite all the luxuries that life didn't afford them, they saying, nah, I'm cool. I'm alright. You can't buy me no more. I'm a billionaire. You can't buy me no more.
People,
so what now?
Just starting to realize the value in it.
I don't want your money, so what else can you offer me? Like
I'm
the pussy.
I'm the money,
right?
I'm the money maker. Shit.
You only got pussy. What else can you offer me? I'm a billionaire. What can you offer me?
If I know what kind of shit, if I know what kind of
know your worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Know your worth.
That's what artists are starting to realize now. Instead of having labels tell them like how much they think they were.
But I think at one point that artist with the bills due, they signed that contract and they blew up. Now they became who they are. Now they're able to have that power to do that.
True. That's why I said like some people who have been afforded a life because of the same machine that we out here tearing down. Those people are saying no, and that's important. An independent artist, Tech Nine coming up and saying fuck the industry, I sympathize with that. But you didn't say fuck the industry your whole life. We got a nigga who only did we got a nigga who only did made all of his millions from that industry saying fuck that industry. That's a big thing. It's different. It's different if you saying fuck the police and you just a regular motherfucker. But it hit different if you a cop saying fuck the police. You are one of them saying fuck them. Kanye, you have written the same contracts that they written to you for your artists, and you saying, you know what, enough is enough. Y'all can have this back. You can have y'all money. Labels, you can't buy me no more. That's important. It's important when you see a motherfucker who in the army defect versus a motherfucker who saying fuck the army on the outside. That don't mean shit. It means something when you have been inducted and you saying fuck it. Because that let me know it's some real shit going on because you were there. You been in it. If you tell me fuck the military, I'm going to take that a little bit different than No ID telling me fuck the military because he ain't never been. He just going off of some shit that he didn't read online. You been there. You been through basic. You been in the war. If you tell me, hey, Michael Stein don't go, I'm going to listen to you because you been there. I might not listen to what he's saying because he ain't never been. He knows just as much as me.
And then you also got to think about it too, like the music industry has been fucked up ever since the beginning of time.
It have, especially for us.
And like the last of the last era that was actually pretty good at that time was like 90s to at least like about 2007 before the Napster and MP3s hit, because at that time all those companies and stuff, they'll be able to give you a good million to start off with. You just have to pay it back in interest. Mm-hmm. And then if your album goes like 5, 6, 7 times platinum and you pay them off, you got money right there. And then you gotta think about it too, like, when's the last time, other than Usher's Confessions and Adele, has an album sold over 10 to 20 million copies worldwide? If you really think about that.
And Eminem shit, one of his went, he went diamond. Outkast. It ain't a lie.
He said since Adele.
Oh, since Adele and Usher.
I'm talking about past them. We already know about Eminem and
maybe,
I'm talking about like after.
Maybe a Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift probably did like about maybe 2 or 3 or so, maybe worldwide.
Yeah,
close, but just
I know for a career it's a lot there, but like for a single album, I don't know. That's the only person I could think of. Maybe a Ariana Grande, maybe not even her. Like when I'm thinking about big names, like
Beyonce,
a Beyonce and a Bieber.
Beyonce, I never saw like 10 million off of one album. She probably do like 2 to 3.
Yeah, but your album sales don't mean nothing when you make $100 million off of touring. Your album don't mean shit.
I'm like, cause that girl Rihanna ain't dropped a song in like years.
But she got all her money from Fendi.
Fenty, she got her hand in other shit though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Still making a
Fenty that made her $600 million.
I mean, look at
I would say J.
look
Cole
at
said, he
Rihanna.
said you make your money off of touring. Keep
He
that
said that
one
in that
song.
19 years.
Yeah, he's like
Mike-
keep touring because that's where you get your money
And
from.
then
Mike said it.
And
Mike
then-
said it before him. He said Sony kills, and he was like, "What I mean by that is,
I got some good
They take
advice.
so
Never
much-
quit touring.
Yeah,
That's
they
the way
said-
we eat here in this rap game.
Yeah.
it takes so the labels take so much money from us. The only way that an artist can make anything, they have to kill themselves and tour every day." That's what Mike said.
Hit like two shows. Like I'm doing back-to-back shows
Yeah,
in like Baltimore, and then I'm flying all the way to like motherfucking Georgia, doing like a couple shows there. Then I'm flying to like California. Then I'm hitting Florida.
yeah.
Yeah, like
You go
the
do
schedule
it.
is rigorous, and that's why you see so many artists like they be having to cancel shows. Voice get all fucked up horse because you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of them artists really be performing. Some people half-ass it. You know, trying to preserve some shit. Maybe I let the music do more of the rapping today. Sometimes I'm that motherfucker in the mic 3, 4, 5 shows. And then sometimes I'm giving y'all an encore because I'm just fucking with y'all like that and the vibe going crazy and I'm doing encore.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting here having the doctor tell me I need to take the next 3 months off and chill or I may not be able to do this shit ever again. So it's like,
Yeah.
damn.
And then think about also,
And it's crazy. Like these people, as much as music is like a job for them,
Like Justin,
like they
Justin
love
Bieber?
it. When you in a show
Is it just
and
Bieber?
you feeling it,
No,
and you want to give an encore, Jay Z
Max.
and Kanye went to Paris and performed "Niggas in Paris" like 13 times, 13, 14 times in a row. Like, and that's because they love it. They love it. You want to get a crowd. The crowd, your fans have awarded you the lifestyle. For real, for real. It's all about the
So when
fans.
they come to see you, like they want to see you.
And to think that like they got to do that, but for 100 dates, that's crazy.
I mean,
Don't
look
be a
at
nigga who-
Prince and
don't
Michael.
be a nigga who
you
cold
know,
and
you know
you
Prince
going
and Michael
overseas,
went
too.
hard.
Yeah.
During those times.
Like,
Especially
shit,
Prince.
anybody
that
touring.
nigga like
Comedians,
like
motherfucking
5 well,
artists.
Yeah,
Like,
Four
comedians do
11.
that shit too.
wearing heels,
yeah.
dancing,
Like a
doing
Kevin
splits.
Hart.
He's
That
giving
nigga
you
Kevin
everything.
Hart did a whole fucking like overseas tour, like Europe.
Yeah,
Like,
he
we
did a
going to
world
different
tour.
countries. Yeah, like
Because he filmed one of the shows he did. He
it's
filmed
like
it from London.
Yeah,
Irresistible. The last
Chris Rock did it. World tour. Played in over all the continents. Like, and to think that
and you
just
did a
to
couple
make
shows in that city,
just
like,
to make a living. Like some of these artists be touring like that and they ain't even driving like 95 Lambos and all that shit. Like just to make a living. Cause they signed to a 360. Cause some motherfucker that you ain't never heard of sitting back in the office like, and I get it, business is business.
Like Big Sean said, like I just bought my mama a new caddy. I've been signed for 4 years and I'm just able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, mind you, like his biggest selling album was Twisted, Dark.
No, Big Shine?
Yeah, Big Sean.
Dark Sky Paradise.
Yeah, that finally went double platinum after, and that's been out for how
That's
many
my
years?
favorite album from him.
See,
Shout out to Shine, his new album dope.
yes, Detroit too.
I've listened to it once already. I'm going to listen to it some more.
Yeah. That's how Dark Sky had some that immediately jumped out to me.
Yeah.
And I probably listened to like them same 5 for a while. And then I started going through the album. And it took like a few plays for me to be like, yeah, that's the one. Because I've been on Shine since Finally Famous, the mixtape, the first one.
I've been with him since Finally Famous, the album.
Yeah, I've been with him mixtape days. And like listening to like Detroit 2. And like I say, sometimes, it takes some time for you to realize like where a motherfucker was going, what they were trying to get across the shit. But like as far as like his rapping on Detroit 2, that's maybe some of the best rapping I've heard from Big Sean in a long time. Except for Dark Sky Paradise.
Yeah.
We had Dark Sky, and then like I don't know what he was doing in the middle, but I remember I know he was depressed. He was dealing with some real shit. Big Sean contemplated taking his own life. Like he was in the hole and couldn't see his way out. So I'm glad he back. He had the #1 album. Shout out to Big Sean. With Detroit 2.
Also too, shout out to is it the baby? No, Little Baby. He's
Lil Baby.
Little Baby. His album. He's the only person right now in 2020 that has a double platinum album.
Who's Lil Baby?
Fucking. That's my dog. That my. Oh, you don't
No,
know.
the what's the one? It's bigger than Black and White. It's a problem with the whole world. You ain't heard that one?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
you
You got
know,
it.
but-
Yes, indeed.
Whoa. See, I fuck with the Baby.
Is me. Whoa.
Have you not heard this one?
Yeah, I say that's my nigga.
Drake and Lil Baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lil Baby is the.
Yeah.
That's Lil Baby.
Okay.
Lil Baby.
Shout
and
out
I
to
know.
you, bro.
Shout out to Lil
Yeah,
Baby.
yeah.
I get round of applause for him.
Especially out of these new ones.
Out of the new wave, outside of Da Baby, Lil Baby kind of started off in like a way that you would expect from like a new rapper, but as his career has went on, he actually been like putting a lot of substance into his raps. He got a song called ain't that song called Black and White?
Bigger picture.
Bigger Picture, and he out maybe in Louisville with the protesters and shit. In the video, he out with the protesters, but he talking about like all the shit that's going on today.
Racial injustice.
He doing like the whole nine, and it's very on brand for what we're going through right now.
That's
And he even spoke on like he rap about selling dope, but he telling his niggas to go and vote. He be, sometimes he say fuck the police on his music, but he only about preaching peace in his neighborhood or whatever. Like
he be like
he
every color. Like he like I get it, bro. Like I fuck with white people too. Every color person ain't dumb. All white people ain't racist. Like I know that.
Yeah, and
I judge by the
real.
mind and heart. Like he's like I judge people based on their character, not like
Yeah, he real big on at least since I didn't watch him progress. Like don't get me wrong, like he's still there. Like if you want to hear some turn up music and shit like that, he got that. But his last album that showed me like he got some shit in the tuck that's about some substance. Like he really about his people and shit, and I can respect that. Like you somebody who built your career off of rapping about what you lived through, what you've been through, and you built yourself up to a platform, and you're using that platform to still, treat your fans who got you here, but also raise awareness about what's going on in the world, how we can change, how we can hopefully make a better future for the motherfuckers who gonna be here after we already does. I respect. He's somebody who I don't like all of his music, but he got my respect. And same thing with Lil Baby. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. Like it kind of sound on the surface. Da Baby, pardon me. Da Baby, maybe on the surface, on the hook, it sound like he talking about some bullshit, but like he had some substance in that song.
Yeah, he did.
And I respect him for that too. Lil Baby the same way.
That song. That's probably
Shout out to both of the babies.
the baby.
Lil Baby, Da Baby. For sure. I'm glad there's some artists,
though
even though they're young, under 30, maybe under 25, they really
crazy because
they're not abusing their platform. They out here trying to
because niggas be like,
fight
that
for the
boy
people.
Baby rap the same. Yeah, but that nigga last 2 albums.
Yeah. Shout out to them for sure. It's a man, look, you find some of the best stories out of tragedy, man. Like I know this year fucked up and we going through the rounds right now, but like it's some shit that after 2020 then passed, I'll be able to look back and be like, damn man, like we did have some good moments in that year.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace of Supreme Court Justice RGB.
Yes.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Rest in peace to you.
Also, I want to do a rest in peace to a wrestler. If y'all don't know, Animal. He was from the legendary WWE ECW group, Road Warriors, aka Legion of Doom.
Oh yeah, rest in peace to Animal. How old though?
He was in his 60s.
Shout out to the
But he
shout
was
out
like
to
in
Hulk.
good shape. So
Rest in peace to Animal. Prayers to the family, condolences, and all that shit. I've been over the last couple months. I've been watching like some of these war horror stories from being in wrestling, what they go through and all that shit. Like, it's entertainment, but like, man, the shit that they be putting their bodies through. To
that one movie
365
with Mickey
days
Rourke,
every day. The wrestler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he showed a little bit in that, like what they go through.
Yeah, they go through some shit.
Yeah.
Just to entertain y'all, go through tables.
Yeah, and that's a testament.
And everything.
And that's a testament to how much these people love, you know, what they do. That's love right there. Like, you don't go out there and risk mind and body every night just to
What's his name? I think did
just to pay a bill.
Oh yeah,
Mick Foley.
Yeah. That boy lost teeth and a whole bunch of
his damn ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's love. That's love and dedication. You know, the UFC dude, I can't think of his name, but he called LeBron a spineless coward.
McGregor?
Not McGregor. It's another motherfucker who just won.
I know who you're talking about. I seen it.
Yeah, he called LeBron a spineless coward and shit. It's crazy. Like, not only is any athlete in the professional avenue something for us to respect, they do this, you know, however many days out of the year they do this, and they're the best at it. And they risk quality of life just like any sport. Maybe basketball is the least contact heavy sport outside of maybe like baseball or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, think about playing 17 seasons and you don't have no cartilage in your knees. You get done playing basketball and you can't play with your kids now. You know? Look at Delonte West. Homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless, mental issues, drug addiction. Fuck, man. It's a lot. You know, I think anybody who go out there and risk mind and body just for entertainment, you know, and to feed their family, but like, y'all here to put on a show. Cause you're doing it, I mean, as much as you want to win the championship, all that shit only means something because of us. We the fans. Yep. That shit means something because of us. Y'all do that for us. Like, y'all got my respect. And what that UFC dude said, that was some clown ass shit. I hope LeBron don't respond. And I respect the fuck out of LeBron off the court. Like, I mean, you got your haters, players, and shit like that. But like, as a man, I respect the fuck out of LeBron. Like, him, Kobe, Mike, Shaq, the shit that they done in their communities, the shit they done to help people and all that shit, they got my biggest, you know, big ups to y'all. I respect the fuck out of them. And for a clown motherfucker to use his moment of athleticism, accomplishment, to down another motherfucker, especially a motherfucker who my color, you got me fucked up. That's some clown shit.
I'll definitely feel you.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shut this down.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I think go ahead, man.
For a lot of people who not thinking about like voting or some shit, like if you stay in the Illinois, like you stay in the state of Illinois, they have the tax hike amendment that needs to be voted on, and for the most, in a nutshell, it's pretty much saying if this shit get passed, like they gonna raise the tax on like the average Joe ass nigga in Illinois. Like, taxes gonna be even more fucking higher. But if motherfuckers vote against it and shit, then they gonna start taxing like all the big wallet motherfuckers in Illinois. They gonna start getting
the big wigs.
Yeah, they gonna start getting hit with bigger taxes. They're not really promoting it as much as they should. I mean, it's out there. Like, it's different little websites you can like sign up, like the coalition and shit.
Yeah,
and different shit like that.
But you always gotta bury the things that's important.
Yeah, of course,
for sure.
But like, I figured like this podcast, we got enough platform. Like, motherfuckers need to go vote against that.
For sure.
A lot of motherfuckers are moving back to Illinois just as much as they leaving. A lot of motherfuckers coming back, and like, it's really hard making a solid living in this state. Like, you got to have a solid ass job, like, with a fucking good ass degree, or you just have a solid trade that's getting you in places making a lot of money. So it's like, motherfuckers, get out and vote before November. Like, get off your ass and go vote before November, because everybody
definitely vote local. I've maybe spoken on the podcast live about my indifference towards it or whatever like that, but I'm definitely a proponent of voting local. It's hard to see what motherfuckers who govern us nationally do for us individually, but that's why I say vote local. You living in a fucked up city or something like that. Your potholes fucked up. You don't want this amendment. You want that amendment. Vote local. Do some research. Do your due diligence. Figure out what these motherfuckers stand
stop just
for.
complaining about the shit. Cause
See what they stand for. See how they have voted in the past. How they have served your community. Do your research and vote local. Please go vote. Gunner, you got any closing? Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and shut this down. We really do appreciate you listening. As you know, we are on Amazon Music. Check us out. The Bar Crew. Yes, everything is in order and set up from our first season to our current season, the second season. And by the end of this year, we will have our first year anniversary coming up pretty soon.
We will have a live episode coming.
Yes, we are coming with that, and we're still working on the clothing line as well. So I know still have a lot of people that's actually been asking about that. So.
We gotta get our merch together, whatever. But y'all been with us this long, just hold on a little longer.
Yeah, 2020 then fucked everything up.
Where can they find us? Amazon, baby.
Yes.
Apple Music.
Yes.
Spotify.
Yes.
Anchor.
Yes.
Wherever you listen to your podcast. Title Come Fuck With Us. You can find us there. You can find us on Facebook, The No Holds Barred Crew. Find us on Instagram at The No Holds Barred Crew. And questions, comments, inquiries. I check it every day. Hit me up on michael.stein4126@gmail.com.
Yes. So, thank you for listening. We're going to go ahead and tune you out a little bit. Good night. Just wanna get Stein, hit him with that.